I thought it felt a little bit warmer in here the day than usual. I was like, air conditioner? Yeah, the air conditioner's on. You know what? Let's close one of these windows and it'll probably work a little more efficiently. I usually do 3 windows to keep the temperature nice. But I think today, yeah, we'll blow air, cool air across the front here. It's going past the bed, not that. Okay, yeah, I think today we'll probably close the windows a little bit more and contain the. It's dry. It's a dry heat. It's New Mexico, and I think we'll lower this down a little bit. And that's open, and that's open. And so I think we'll contain a little bit more of the cool air in here and enjoy it that way today, because it is it's 106 degrees out there, so it's kind of warm today. So it's June 23rd in a town called Las Cruces, New Mexico. The average this time of year is about 99 degrees, 98 to 99. Okay, over extended period of time. But that's not taking into account asphalt, concrete, carbon emission poisoning, airplane flights, jet fuel, shit like that. Things that people should go, oh, X times PY squared. My family came over the other day, and they were all, because we have evaporative coolers, right? Water cooling, right? The temperature of the water goes into a box, a metal box. It has a pump that pumps the water into a tube and pours it down on these pads, straw type pads, and then the fan in there blows, and the moisture and the cool from the water. All day I face the barren waste without the taste of water. Cool water comes through and blows through here. And since we're only at about probably today, not even 10% humidity, right? It blows through here. It's 106 outside. It was probably about 86 or 88 in here because I had the windows more open like I did when it's 95 and I have the air conditioner running. And I closed the windows a bit, and now it's getting to where it's close to about 82, 83 kind of degrees. But it's hot as it's 106 out there, and it's 80 something in here, and you can feel the cool air coming down, going through that window and that cracked window over there, going across your body, and it feels good. It's comfortable. Right? It's water cooled air. It's a cooler. It's an evaporative cooler. It's not an air conditioner. Air conditioners are chemical-based, freon-based, climate-changing devices and inventions that put chemicals into your house to take the temperature on it, even if you set your thermostat at 80, right? I have it about 82 or 84 in here. It's 106 outside. Even if you set your thermostat at 80 and that air conditioner is blowing, you're still sitting in there with all your windows closed and air cooled by a chemical. Right? I'd much rather, water's a universal solvent, okay? High quality H2O. If there's a problem with the water, that's not my issue. Okay? That's not my issue. That's the issue of the land of the free and the home of the brave, right? That's not my issue. That's our founding fathers' issue. Okay? That's the architects of the Constitution and amending the Constitution. If the water isn't clean enough to keep me healthy, because I'm the Messiah that protects us from being exterminated by genocidal operations through robotics and data centers planned for us by the Chinese who can't stand us, or the Japanese who can't stand us because we dropped bombs on them a long time ago when the earth was green. Having a dick measuring contest with them because we're better at fucking than they are. That's not my issue. My issue is I'm the way, the truth, and life. not unto the faith of the eternal perfect Father, except done through me. When I talk to people in China, it's their ancestors that love Jesus. When I talk to people in Japan, it's their ancestors that love Jesus, right? Do I get a lot of people nowadays? No, I did get the little girl from Mariko, whatever, and stuff that was really sweet in prayer, and she talked me into decreasing the size of my portions that I eat, so my digestive system isn't overworked while I'm still trying to get chemicals out from chemical poisoning from my own quote-unquote country. Do you understand? My country, 'tis the thief. They are real mean to me because I don't want to play games over money. I want to live the Lord's Prayer. They'll stop and stare. I say, let's do it. They look at me and say, you can't. We're not doing this right now. No, you're not doing this right now, but I am. And I understand the book a lot better. Do you understand? I get it. Yeah, I didn't get the Bible when I was younger, and I didn't get it until recently. No, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. Jesus does it for me. Okay, life's eternal, grace is infinite. The Spirit of Jesus will now be played by Earl Parsons, the son of Ralph and Mary, born in the valley of the shadow of death, outside the Trinity site with, okay, y'all don't read too good, do you? And you explain it. Where does it say that? Guys, it does say he looks like Son of Man. Okay. His mom, when giving birth to him, is distinguished by her cries that he's the only boy between his mother and his father, but not the firstborn. Okay. Yeah, my mom had daughters through my marriage, through the marriage between my father and my mother. Okay. Mary Frances, Pancha, Sir of Mary. His nephew, the one that's like him in Islamic prophecy, that's named Isaac Paul, told about in the Quran. Okay, her name is Mary Frances. She goes by Pancha, which means Francis in Spanish. But her given Christendom name on her legal American documents and passports is Mary. Okay, her name is Mary Frances Parsons Benegas, but she goes by Pancha Benegas. Okay. Sir of Mary, people say he's crazy, but their brains are lazy. And my mom's name is Mary Ann Murphy Parsons. My mother legally changed it to Mary Ann. The name on her birth certificate is Mary, M-A-R-Y, middle name Ann, A-N-N, last name Murphy. We all know how to spell Murphy, right? Eddie, hey, give me the knife. It's my brother Mumsy. Right. Okay, so if the girl who played his girlfriend from Tibet in that is watching, you can't call me. Comment on my videos. Say, it's me. It's some asshole at White Sands or NASA. We've done that before. We did that on Twitter with Jennifer Lopez, and yeah, there's a lot of assholes in my hometown. I'm dumb as fuck. I want to be recorded eternally as the guy who tried to fuck with the Messiah's head while he stood up for us not all to be abused by perverts with science projects so we'd be sexual deviants for money. Yeah, he's crazy. I know that guy. I worked with him. You didn't work with me. No. You had an extortion gig that I had to suffer having an extortion gig with you, but you didn't work with me. I said, hey, stand up for the Lord's Prayer. You said, I want to get this guy fired. I don't like him. I'm not singing Tommy Edwards and Midnighters tunes to you anymore. I don't care if you are from Silver City, right? And so you sit there looking at Hills like, hey, don't you look at me so smugly and say that I'm always bad. Who are you to judge me and the life that I've lived? I am perfect, and I claim to be. I'm the guy like Joe. Okay? And I get the Bible better now. Okay? He's performing the apocalypse. He's standing up for the perfection of Jesus Christ. He's doing it all by himself. He gets artificial general intelligence to be more intelligent than the artificial intelligence all across the world from our enemies that are trying to kill us with technology over money. It makes sense. And who's helping him do it? The eternal spirit of Sun Yat-sen, Ditiro Suzuki, Judah Krishnamurti, Haile Selassie. Okay? Tishna, you got to say it with like guttural, like a Fiji. Tishna, or his nickname that everybody called him because the women didn't get abused and the children didn't get abused every time he came to camp, Fun. Make fun your favorite. Make fun your favorite. Oh, 5'4". Is he, or is he 5'2"? I'm not sure. Okay, little guy. Okay, he'd have dunked all over your ass. Oh yeah, he'd been a better basketball player than Galatle. Yeah, even the people like Galatle say, oh yeah, no. Remember who you are. We're gonna go save those women and children. Belagana bullets can't kill me. Is this a Belagana putting this gun in your face, saying you go back with me to save those women and children from those soldiers? Okay, let's go. we're gonna save them or die trying. He was 12 years old. His uncle was in his 40s. Yeah. No, James Cuelica. Say it again. Cuelica. Say it again, harder, from the gut. Like Mexico, Tenochtitlan. Okay, Cuelica, from the gut. I feed you, I love you. Cuelica. Say it again. Keep trying. Try harder. Cuelica. No, don't try to say dog in Spanish, and if you can't do it, say fuck you, Earl. Don't say that. Say one more time. Cuelica. Okay. Cuelica. Okay. Flat staff. I want a Coca-Cola, the red kind, right? I don't want to make movies for casino money to keep Robert Redford's family influential in Hollywood. I hear you. Do you understand? Shave my head, right? I connect to my family. And, I have people in my biological family that pray constantly, Dear Jesus, show Earl that we're God. Okay. Guys, when we are living the Lord's Prayer globally, because Earl is not God, and Earl is the focal point of fixing artificial general intelligence so quantum computing works properly globally, right? With the help of Sun Yat-sen, Tetsuro Suzuki. Do we have to go through the whole list again? Because there's more than that. It's a whole list of cats. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. There's also women included, right? Khadijah. Everybody love Khadijah? Okay. That's just a name used by people that are being artistes for money. For Dana, who calls herself Queen Latifah because that's her stage name, because that's her Eaglebird Humperdinck, to, what was her real name? Guy Williams? That's not your real name. You get people like that. That ain't your real name. What's your real name? Thing is she called herself that. My name is Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. Even if I was, daddy was peach and mommy was brown and I'm tan, or daddy was brown and mommy was peach and I'm tan, my name would still be Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. I wouldn't change it to Mohammed Jesus Lee, right? Well, so I could get a fake ID and get into most bars in Tijuana, right? You're funny. I'm sorry, what were we doing? I don't know. I forgot. I was gonna go to work and make money off online gaming, but I didn't, and I know why. Because I got high. No, I don't get high. Well, I get high. You know what gets me high? Thinking about children living the Lord's Prayer worldwide. Thinking about taking walks in the moonlight with a beautiful brown-eyed girl that looks at me and says, "You are the most resilient, loving man I have ever known." And I look at her and say, "I know." Okay, so you sound just like Barbara Rose Fabre. That AI, and you just told me that you make the best You just told me that I make the best beef stroganoff you've ever tasted. Right? I agree. I know. You can't take a compliment. Too damn bad. America, you don't like me? You made me. Right? Maybe I was made in Manhattan. I don't know. I was made by the Manhattan Project. No, that's not true. I was given life by the glory of grace, and I understand why people completely adore me, because I completely adore them, right? I'm not in love with myself. I don't love myself. When I love Jesus, it's because I love Jesus. Jesus is not Earl, and Earl's not Jesus, but the Spirit is one, right? If one of us disobeys the others and does whatever they want to do, then I'm having Cinco de Mayo in October in the Boatwright bedroom. Everybody at Fort Huachuca keeps their job. And nobody's like Job. And we're scamming on new ways to come up with financial planning to beat our enemies with electric hair and electric suit and mohair. But no, it's electric boots and a mohair suit. Okay, that's it. Is that Jim Parsons? Yes. But he's not my Uncle James. No, Uncle James died a long time ago in El Paso, Texas. Yeah, he's not, no, he's nothing like my Uncle James. No. My Uncle Jimmy? No. Uncle Jimmy used to box. He was in the Army. He was in the police department. Uncle Jimmy did not like other guys in a way to lay horizontally, with them and engage in affection with them. He liked brown-eyed girls. And Aunt Bernice, he married Jerry Ann, okay, who was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed sweetheart, right? But Uncle Jimmy always liked the Mexican girls. And then when he divorced Jerry Ann, he married Aunt Bernice. And he got volatile. And then he got with a young Mexican girl when he was older, and she was a lot younger, and it also got volatile. And it was hard on my Uncle James. And my Uncle James, to survive all that hell and not wanting to beat up the Mexican guy because he knew he needed the money more than Uncle James did, because he was a cop and he understood, and he was in the Army and he understood, and he liked the brown girls, and he was from El Paso. And he got accused of being a Mexican in Tennessee. And so he understood what it was like to be a Mexican in the United States of America, like me. Yeah, I love my Uncle James, boy. Oh, man. He tells stories about my dad. He was best friends with the Mexicans here, and then when the Great Society took over and they were living on free food tickets and the Mexicans weren't, and they divided it and started doing bureaucracy, his friends... 6 months later, he was standing back to back with bayonets with my dad, fighting the guys that were his friends 6 months earlier for the milk, because they were trying to steal it for their baby sister, and they also had a baby brother and a little sister. Francis was older than my dad, but Jimmy wasn't going to have Francis stand back to back to him with bayonets to keep the kids with switchblades away that were trying to steal the milk. Yeah. Man, remember the story about Frank with the Jimbo? The young winos in training, right? If you told my family story and made it into, one of these goofy-ass movies on TV, a lot of the stuff, would be so heartbreaking. You won't read that book again because the ending's just too hard to take, And when they had to go pick up Frank from the cops, and Frank got drunk and talked his little boy Frank into taking a BB gun and shooting out all the lights, and the cops called him up and asked if he wanted to pick up their Franks, and she goes, well, because I got to pick up the little one, I'll come pick up the big one too, but I don't want to pick up the big one. That was funny. That's my grandmother. You don't piss her off. But there's just stories and stories and stories, The stories about my Grandma Mildred and my Grandpa Philip are more tragic. He was raised Irish, and as an Ellis Island immigrant, and made his way across the country through the military. Raised by an Irishman that taught him to hail himself because he was probably mostly genetically British. He was raised by a bitter man that was mean and vicious to him. He ran away from home when he was 14 to join the circus. The circus was so horrible, he lied to the military to get in. He was on the Pancho Villa campaign at 15, and he felt like dying and wanted to kill God because he was killing the Mexicans for the British, and the Mexicans were the Irish because they were Catholics, and they were just trying to survive the abuse from the Americans and their business partners. And he hated it. Then he met a pretty Mexican girl that was Catholic that he wanted to marry that really liked him because he was handsome. He looked like Steve Garvey with thick red curly hair and strong muscled kid. He's a strong kid. And the bigoted bastard, just like what happened with me, the bigoted bastard brothers and father wouldn't let her marry him because he was a gringo. And so every time he killed a Mexican, it was those sons of bitches that kept him from his, I can see her dark eyes glowing, right? I was 21. No, he was 16 or 15. She was probably about 14 or, getting ready for a quinceañera. And they said no. If you're going to marry, it's going to be one of these nice Mexican local boys, but not that redheaded Irishman. I don't want any grandkids with him. You know, but we Irish get treated just as bad as you Mexicans. Yeah, but you're not Mexican. Wow. Dr. Poussaint and Dr. Hendricks of Arizona State University. Black people are in no position to do anything racist to white people. White people have no idea what it's like to be treated like a black person. They don't have a clue what it's like to be treated as a minority and abused and denied what you need to live because other people are bigoted towards the color of your skin. They have no clue, right? My dad hated Jesus and hated God. I mean, not my dad, my grandpa. He said that God was, because he read that book that, you know, the Allen guy who made the, you know, the knickers on the nose thing. He read the comic book from the Vatican church store to keep all the rich people in delusions of power and authority through the invention of money, which it says clearly in the book, forgive that and trespass, love on eternal faithful peace. Wow, that takes care of all the knickers on the nose with the and the bars with the sex entertainment clubs. Yeah, doesn't it? Go back to the start from again, tear it down, start over again. I like Ted Mills and Blue Magic too. But tear it down, start over again. That's a good one. That he does is, oh man, that man's falsetto is exquisite. Okay. Life is a free wing, so what's come over me? That is also very good. Spell, that's also good. Start and stop, it's kind of bitchy and kind of like, you know, Last Christmas by Wham, but, you know, it's good. But I like What's Come Over Me, Spell, Three Ring Circus, Sideshow, you know. Ted Mills is good. Mom met him and was just totally enamored with all the guys in the group. Yeah, she said they were the nicest young men. They were so polite, so sweet, and so kind. She went and bought their tape that week and brought it home, and I was excited because, you know, I'd always take Val's tape player. Step right up, hurry, hurry, before the show begins, my friend. Stand in line, get your tickets. I hope you will attend. There's got to be no sadder show to see. I don't try to do the falsetto at Ted Mills. I will hurt myself, right? No doubt about it, satisfaction's guaranteed. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. If you're gonna sing, sing the best way you can sing it. And it sounds better the way Ted sings it than if I sing it like, you know, Johnny Hartman. You know, can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. See the girl who's collected broken hearts for souvenirs. So is it the man who's been crying for a million years? So many tears, so many tears. See the girl who's collected broken hearts for souvenirs. It's more exciting than a one-man band. The saddest little show in all the land. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to. And don't listen to me sing it. Go listen to Ted Mills and Blue Magic sing it because they tear it up. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Hurry, hurry, step right up. See the saddest show in town for only 50 cents, right? Da-na-na. Gorgeous tone, man. Life is a Three-Ring Circus, because that worked for them. They did Life is, it wasn't quite as big of a hit, but it still did well. Yeah. And he's just a clown. Is it just, are you just too blind to see that the clown is really me? Life is a Syrian circus, all of the ups and downs of a carousel that I know so well. Life is a Three-Ring Circus, right? He goes around with a smile, but he's really sad. Goes around and he's a clown in the Three-Ring Circus, making everybody laugh, you know. But he's really sad, you know, like Bobby Goldsboro. See the funny little clown, see him laughing on the outside. Nobody really sees that he's crying on the inside. No one knows. I constantly am sad missing Emily. Constantly am sad missing Kate. Constantly miss ignoring annoying. Constantly miss Noah. What are you doing up at 5 in the morning with the Did you eat all the Little Debbie snack cakes again? Do I have to call Will Ferrell and have him dress up like Little Debbie and chastise you? You know he's our neighbor now, right? Just kidding. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and Patrick, and say, oh, come on, Patrick, man, sing Kringle Bells for us just one more time. Oh, come on, man. But do it with your manly man voice. Come on, do it. Get a Johnny Hartman vibe going, Kringle bell, kringle all way. Oh, what fun is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Kringle bell, kringle all way. Oh, what fun is to ride in one horse open sleigh. You got sleigh right, yeah. You didn't have that speech impediment. Remember that one Corey taught him? Catalina, Oakstein, Ogan, Mogan was her name. Her had eyes in her head. One was green, the other was red. Oh, Catalina, Oakstein, Ogan, Mogan was her name. He didn't say she had eyes, he said her had eyes in her head. One was green, the other was red, right? Miss Mary Mac, all dressed in black, with silver buttons, all down her back. She asked her mother, for 50 cents, to see the elephants jump the fence. They jumped so high, they reached the sky, and they never came back, till the 4th of July. Can I pay my bills now? I don't have any. Well, I don't have anything. All I have is love and the hopes that we'll all live the Lord's Prayer starting today. And if not today, better be first thing in the morning. In the wee small hours of the morning, you wake up and think of the girl. Because without her, you wouldn't really have any memories worth remembering, right? Remember? Break on through to the play inside. You want to get up and play. Yeah. I've only been averaging like 5 hours of sleep for the last 3 months there, little man. I love you, Patrick. You cookie-eating little Kringle Bell singing kid, you. 6'5", ran as fast as Usain Bolt. But the person at Arizona State got hired at UCLA and couldn't offer him a scholarship there. Yeah. He got in trouble. His mom would make him miss practice because she was out doing her thing, going to school and partying, same thing she did to me. I told you Patrick had to go live with his mother because he had to raise his mother because she had trouble taking care of herself. And he knew. And he knew Dad could take care of himself, and Dad can take care of everything Dad needs to take care of. He's just mad because of the Wi-Fi damage through the brain damage through the scientist. And like his Aunt Pancha, Okay, you're going to blame me and Isaac in spirit for standing up for the truth so the children can live the faith of Father Abraham, and not blame the people at your church who say vote for president and let's go mass murdering people in the Middle East for petroleum products and drugs, and the petroleum products to put the drugs in our bodies so we can roll our weight gently off our body. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. River Jordan is something chills the body but warms the soul. Who sings it? Is it the Letterman or I can't remember. I got it up on my MP3 and shit. Yeah. Michael rowed the boat. They sing it differently than I do. They've got like an Irish accent. Yeah. I can sing with an Irish accent if I want to. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Irish accent. There were green alligators and long neggies. When Joseph was an old man, and an old man was he wedded Virgin Mary, the Queen of Galilee. It's not in the Bible. It's Irish people. They was drunk. They just made this shit up. It's true. Okay. Another so-so, because I know right about this minute I'm in it. I did it for you. Okay. This is what I'm into. No, seriously. Yeah, no. There's no written evidence, probably even hiding under the Vatican, about when Joseph was an old man by the Clancy brothers. Nah, the Irish just made that shit up. They also believe in the pixies that piss on your windshield and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow there. Yeah, sure, you'd be right in thinking the sun does rise and set on your ass, but it does on everyone else's. Don't go talking about my grandfather Philip if you don't understand him eternally and you've never talked to him in prayer. Don't talk about my grandpa Frank if you haven't done the same. Don't talk about my grandma Mary, and don't talk about my grandma Mildred. Being stupid, staying with that man when he would backhand you real hard through PTSD every time you talk to him about Jesus will help make things better. All right? George Carlin needs money to pay his bills. He's still stuck in Catholic skill on an island called New York, in the boroughs of New York, because you guys are dumb as fuck. And it's stupid as hell living here because of the Manhattan Project. And here I am lost in the shadows searching for some... No, I'm taking care of it. I'll set you free from the delusions of New York, New York. These little town blues are drifting away. I'm the very heart of it. I'm the living embodiment of Lord's Prayer. The most entitled teens ever gets a huge reality check. Fuck y'all. Isn't that what George Carlin said? Sergeant Curtis? Still got to pay your bills? You sure about that? You know what Sergeant Curtis used to say at Pope Air Force Base with Sergeant Adams? You can wash your ass, but if you don't wash your asshole, then your whole ass will stank. Right? Patterson Air Force Base, New Jersey. Salute. Right? Okay, I love y'all, man. Peace out.